Hello and welcome to YouTube to the John Relihan channel. Said I would kind of touch base just to introduce myself onto the channel and tell you who I am and what I will be doing. First off, welcome to the John Relihan channel. And what I will be doing and what I will be bringing for you is going to be lots of grilling and cooking over charcoal, a little bit of travel, and also introducing you to some amazing friends of mine from around the world to see what they're getting themselves up to as well. A little bit about myself and why I started this off is, of course, during the lockdown around the world, we have had a little bit of time to reflect and just have actually a little bit of fun cooking at home. And I kind of got the grill out and the barbecue, and through my experience, just being grilling and cooking every single day. And it's one of my deepest passions, of course, is cooking, and I wouldn't do anything other than that, I would say. Through my profession and career, I am originally from Ireland. It's in a place called Kerry. It's a small village called Duwa. And I left there in 2003 to move to London. And I trained at the Jimmy Oliver 15 restaurant in London, which was fantastic. And working with the likes of amazing, inspiring people over there within the kitchen on a daily basis, and working in many other restaurants around London. It was quite a special time meeting some amazing people and just kind of getting inspired by food in a deeper level as well. When I was younger, I did work in a few places in Ireland. One was called Allo's in the Stove, which was a fantastic restaurant. And Armo White is an amazing chef down there who taught me a lot when I was really young. When I left, I was about 16 to London and trained as the chef over there, and just kind of got to know London on a deeper level, all the restaurants. It's another type of city that's kind of advanced onto the food level, and it's an international city that you meet so many different people from around the world. So it kind of inspires you to do a little bit more as well on travel. After London, I moved on to San Francisco to work in a restaurant called Encanto, which was with a guy called Chris Cosentino, which is a fabulous chef who uses all the parts of the animal, which is kind of the deeper passion on what I do as well. Of course, when you use an animal, you give it all the respect that you do, and you get it from sustainable farms. You look into the farms, you get it, the right butchers, and taking it a step further is you use everything of the animal. So I do have a lot of recipes coming up soon, actually using different parts of the animal on the barbecue, on the grill, and smoking outside. So it's going to be a lot of fun for you to see that, and hopefully I'll get you to be inspired to try something new as well. If you haven't tried it, definitely try something for the first time. It won't hurt you, and it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be an experience, and kind of pushing those boundaries is very good. From San Francisco, it was such a wonderful experience around America and New York and everything. And then I came back to London, worked in St. John's with Fergus Henderson, which was a little bit more on head to tail, whole cookery of all the parts of the animal again and different and stuff like that, which was a wonderful experience. And then on to Barbacoa, which was a bistro restaurant, working with the likes of Adam Perry Lang, which I was very honored to work with him, and he's an inspiration on the fire mastery. When I was kind of growing up as well, I was looking up the likes of Chris Lilly, which I had the honor to meet there last year at the Big Grill Festival. And these guys are kind of the elite of the cooking on fire from around the world for myself, and kind of seeing them on a daily basis online. It's an inspiration, and it kind of pushes you a little bit further as well. Through my time working in that restaurant, it was a big restaurant. We had lots of wood fire ovens and grills and tandooris and smokers, and there was good long hours put in there. And that's the whole thing about cooking on fire is you need to have a lot of patience when you do it. You need to have a lot of love, and you just need to just let it go and let it cook. And it's different when you're cooking in your backyard as well. What I do say is if you haven't cooked on fire before, definitely get a grill, get something simple for yourself, whatever it may be, and just have fun. Get out there, cook for your friends, your family, and even better, just cook for yourself. It kind of relaxes you. For me, it's a getaway during these times with the COVID-19 and everything, and the lockdown and everyone being out of work. Things can get stressful, and it's all about how do you kind of relax your mind and kind of step away from everything and kind of focus on yourself. And one of the key ways that I do that is cooking and lighting up the fire just in the morning, just to have a little bit of fun. Uh, Going to a butcher shop, getting some meat, or going to a fish market to get some fish or some veg, and cooking over fire. So that's what I got coming for you. Is I got a lot of different videos coming up very soon, on whole chickens with beer cans and whole fish and everything, and a couple of octopuses coming along the way as well. Um, from London, I moved back to Ireland, and assisted in opening up a restaurant in Cork City, and now I work in Dublin with a wonderful company as well, and it is going really well. It's a lot of fun, and it's all about inspiring each other when we're working with each other as well, um, just to kind of enhance and bring our customers a new experience as well. Um, but then moving on to the channel, why did I want to get into YouTube and why I kind of want to get in this world? It's not an easy world, this YouTube, and it's, I guess, for myself, deep down, is I kind of want to inspire you to have fun, to cook, to get out there and enjoy it, whether it's with yourself or with family. And that is basically cooking on fire. And for myself, getting a grill, lighting a fire means so much more than just doing a video. It means so much more than just cooking that piece of meat. For myself, it relaxes myself to the point where it is just comfort and warmth and security and bringing people together, basically. So whether it's family or friends, and just kind of stepping out of that zone of real life world and just getting your head stuck into a smoker and cooking something and starting it start to finish and staying up all night sometimes to cook meat is one of the most magical things that you can do. It's not for everybody, but I definitely say if you haven't tried it, definitely try it. For example, last year when we were doing the Big Grill Festival, which is Andy Noonan, he has a wonderful place in Dublin called Base Barbecue. So if you're watching this video from Dublin, Andy started this during the lockdown, and he has his big barbecue rig out the back of Base Barbecue, and he is cooking up some amazing meat, from pulled pork to chickens to whole beef, and he's using the best of the suppliers, the best of the ingredients. So it's kind of wonderful to see these kind of things kind of pop out of, you know, a pandemic like this, and seeing the positive side on it. And for myself, then doing the YouTube channel, it's just basically inspiring myself, inspiring other people to have fun, to cook, and to enjoy it. I guess through my career, a couple of highlights for myself would have been, one of them would have been the Dual Summer Festival, which was in my hometown in Kerry, and it was all about myself bringing back all my friends from around the world and London and people who I used to work with to cook up a massive village barbecue for people to come together, and to raise a bit of money for charity, for a local charity. And sure enough, we came back, and it was one of the most magical experiences that I encountered, and that was meeting these guys from New Zealand, Bruce and Frank and Matt Burgess, who lives and works in London, and bringing them back and learning more about the different cultures that I brought back to the village. There was everyone there from Brazilian to American to Polish to New Zealand and Australian, and everybody was there. And to introduce them to the village where I grew up, because it's such a wonderful village with an amazing community of spirit. To introduce them to the village was an honor, and it was such a wonderful weekend because we cooked whole animals over block pits and smokers and rotisseries, and we done the traditional hongi from New Zealand as well. And Bruce and Frank were the highlight of that, and learning more about the Maori tribe and seeing how they do it was a wonderful experience. And that's a little bit more of stuff that I kind of want to bring onto the channel as well, is having fun with these different experiences and kind of pushing it to the next level on cooking as well. And kind of meeting people from around the world is kind of inspires you to do a lot more as well, and learn about their food and everything. And they have such wonderful flavors and spices and everything. So it was a wonderful experience to do that in the village. And I have to say, at the end, it was quite touching to the point where it was a long few days. We started on the Friday morning, probably went to bed on the Sunday night after a lot of Guinness. It was a touching experience to the point where I nearly started crying at the end, because the feeling of bringing all these people together and in the village, in the middle of Ireland, in Kerry, and small little village, it was a wonderful experience. So kind of moving on, I just kind of want to bring a little bit more to the channel as well, kind of down those lines, and you will see in the near future on what I'll be doing. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the box. Let me know what you would like for me to cook, or what you would like me to do as well. There's going to be a few trips around Ireland as well, meeting some extraordinary people, doing extraordinary things in Ireland, and it's such a wonderful thing. Look, YouTube is fun. It is definitely new to myself. It's going to be an experience, and it's just all about basically having fun. Have fun, enjoy, relax, and that's it. Start cooking, and hopefully you'll be inspired to get out there and cook as well. Get a simple barbecue and cook some whole meat over the fire. I do have a lot of veg dishes coming up as well. Even though I'm quite a heavy meat eater, I do love different types of veg, and it's all about having fun with veg on charcoal and cooking on fire with that as well. And there's going to be a lot of other stuff like pasta as well coming up, and lots of different dishes from around the world that you will enjoy, and most importantly, that I will enjoy to eat after that as well. So look, leave a comment in the box below on what you would like for myself to cook. And if you are living in Ireland, you want to get in touch, get in contact with myself, come and meet, let's get cooking. And look, during these times with pandemic, it's good to kind of meet other people, to actually have fun, to get out there cooking, wherever it may be in Ireland. I did grow up in Ireland, but I left home at a very young age. So I left home at 16, and I guess now it's the point where I came back. I was busy all the time working, and I never traveled Ireland as much as I have should. And I guess now is the time where we do have like a pandemic in the world, but it's kind of under control here in Ireland, and we're allowed to travel Ireland. I'm not currently working at the moment, so I guess it kind of gives me that opportunity to travel this beautiful country as well. Since I am Irish, it would be good for me to see Ireland. I probably have seen more of the world than I have in my own country. So I kind of touching base back in Ireland. It's getting my head around Ireland and seeing the beautiful sights and scenery. And I got a car and just throw a small barbecue into the back of the car, and off I go, and pick up some meat along the way and start cooking. And that is the fun thing about it. So look, wherever you are, look, I hope you are safe, and I hope you're doing well, and get cooking, have some fun, enjoy. And I really hope you enjoyed the channel. Leave a thumbs up as well, share the video if you'd like. And look, I hope to see you very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and big love.